Hi guys, it's Nancy here and I'm back with another process video, and again this is for my Hey Little Magpie blog post. If you watched my first video, that you know that I'd cut out a load of silhouette cut files, and one of them were these fabulous hats. I think this was actually a Christmas cut file, but I'm going to try and make it work here. And I'm scrapping these two pictures of a knitted hat that I made. This is my only ever second knitted hat. I've only started knitting in about the past probably about 7 months now. So I was super pleased how this turned out, and I followed a pattern and made it Fair Island. So I wanted to document that. But also in the journal I'm going to write about the fact that I'm always being told off for wearing hats. Even when it's hot and sunny, I often put a beanie on because I can't be bothered to do my hair in the morning, or I've got bad roots. It used to be known as Hat Week or Wig Week at work because I would always just wear a hat or a wig. So I do love hats, and I love them even more if I've made them. And I've also, when I've been away, I brought some wool. Like when me and my boyfriend went away, I brought some yarn as well, some alpaca yarn, which is going to go fab, so that'll be a nice memory hat. But anyway, back to this layout. And so I've got this barnyard background, so it's got those cute little pigs on the back, but I'm going to be doing a little bit of mixed media on here. And you saw me just rummaging around the bag here. I brought these from, I think these are from Lidl's, which is a discount supermarket here in the UK. And they had loads of like texture pastes and things like that. I mean, it's not something I really overly use, texture pastes and things, but, you know, I thought they were so cheap, so I thought, yeah, I'll give it a go. I also forgot that I brought some acrylic spray mists when I was there as well, so I've pulled them out now, so you'll probably be seeing them on quite a few layouts as well. I'm using a couple of my favourite stencils. This chicken wire stencil is one of my favourites. I use it so much. I just really love how it looks. So I'm going to just build up some background texture because I know I just want to make that brown paper a little bit more sort of rustic. I pulled a blue and a white out, which is going to match the colours in the hat. Not necessarily papers, but the colours in the hat. And then just using, I'm actually using the side of a foam stamp here, like you do, because I couldn't find my palette knife, just to put some sort of lines down. I'm then going to scratch some mist on, and I just like creating a little bit of texture this way. And I said most of this is going to kind of be hidden anyway, so I'm not too worried about how it looks. So as I said, these are, I think it goes acrylic mousse or something, a bit bizarre. So yes, then I'm going to add some mists on here, and these are the acrylic mists. I'm using this, which is like a dark blue, and this is the one I'm actually going to use quite a lot because it works really well with the Secrets of the Sea collection by Bella Boulevard. So I'm just rubbing that on there. I'm using some white as well. And you've seen me kind of use this technique quite a lot. And like I said, I'm trying to get back to revisit some of those older techniques. So yes, I couldn't find my roller stamps while doing this layout. I think they're in a bag somewhere. So I need to find them up again because I lost them, then I found them, then I lost them. So I need to get myself sorted there. So I left that to dry. So I just cut that bit of video out, and I'm just going to be sticking this down onto this piece of cardstock, which I use to fussy cut other bits out of. I do just stick a bit of washi tape on because when I'm sliding it into my album, I find it catches and stuff, and it can be quite annoying. And also I've just stuck it down because it did warp slightly where I'd put some of the mediums on there. So these are the different papers I'm using. I'm actually going to ink the edge because they are all white base papers. I thought if I ink the edge, it's just going to make it look a little bit more rusticy. I said I know that this has kind of gone out of fashion a little bit, inking edges, but I think it just depends on what you're going with. And said I don't really have a concrete style. I like kind of playing about, so I don't mind if some of my edges are inked and some of them aren't. You know, it is what it is. So I'm just rubbing a little bit of ink over some of those just to help them blend in a little bit, and stuck my base down. And this is a very simple box design, which you could do anything with, just a few simple layers. So I'm just adding some more mists over the top, using that beautiful tea from Heidi Swap. It's a beautiful metallic bronzy brown, and of course some Route 66 because you can't make a layout without Route 66. So this is the die cut, and off camera I just fussy cut some bits on there, and then I decorated it with some Nuvo drops. Like I said in my last video, I don't have many Nuvo drops. I do like them, but I don't really want to invest in a lot because I don't know how much use I'm going to get out of them. I enjoy using them, and I've actually, the 5 that I've got are quite good colours. So one of them is this brown, and I know people may be like, brown, but I actually really like it. So there's some nice glossy brown and accents on here, and then I'm going to add some gems on. If you watch my last video, you'll know that while I was making these, my niece was around. So you're going to see her hands pop in and out of some of these as well. Which is funny because she came in to give me some crafting advice. I did just worry I'd stuck that down. It wasn't quite dry, so I'd ripped that bit. But I'm just going to end up going over that with some more of the brown Nuvo drops, and that's going to hide that quite well. So as you saw, I was mounting it up on some 3D foam because I wanted to give it a little bit of dimension, but not too much. It's just a really cheap 3D foam as well. So I'm just putting a little bit of my wet glue on there because that just gives you a little bit of wriggle time to get it placed perfectly without it just, grabbing the paper straight away. So I do that when I use a lot of 3D foam. So now I'm going, I think I'm looking for, I'm not sure what I'm doing with this. Oh yeah, I was looking for alphas. I'm just using this really basic black font. This is a black foam thicker. Black foam thickers are one of my favourite. I think I have about 5 packs of this design because you get, they're all uppercase, but you get a big and a smaller font. So I'm just going to stick this down, which is balmy. See what I did there? Because there's sheep on my hat. Balmy about hats. So I kind of quite like to do the odd pun in a title. And I just thought, yeah, I was going to do something about sheep and bar and something like that. But I thought, no, I'll just do balmy about hats. And you have to say it like that. So I hope you're all saying it like that in your head. So I'm then using some of these smaller alphas. I'm just putting a little bit of wet glue on these because I'm sticking it over where the texture is. And these are the Bella Boulevard alpha sheets that you could get. That small hand is not mine. That is my niece's. So I'm just sticking that down there. And I really like how it looks. So she's telling me how I should do things. Because, that's what she does. So I'm just filling in some of that brown and starting to cover where I'd ripped that piece. And she was asking me about what they are and what I was doing. She does like crafting, so that's quite cool. But she then decided that I needed to put 2 exclamation marks on there. And then I put a couple of the ampersands, not ampersands, the asterisks on the bottom of the pom-poms on the hat and the top of the hat. Because again, it added a little bit of texture. We then pulled out these gems, which we really love, these shiny gems. And I'm just sticking some of those on those pom-poms. And then we were working out where to put them on the hats as well to decorate the hats. And I really love how it came out, actually. So we are just going to stick those on there. And then I end up sticking a couple more on these hats. And she's telling me where to place them. And so yeah, I'm really cool how that turns out. So that is it for this layout. I really love how it came out. I really love that fun die cut. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and my waffle. And I'll see you all in another video very, very soon. Thanks guys. Bye.